The Ethiopian government and Tigrayan forces have established a telephone hotline to help maintain a ceasefire struck last week. In a meeting held at the Moran Center right here in Nairobi and chaired by former Presidents Olusegun Obasanjo and Uhuru Kenyatta, the commanders of the forces were tasked with providing the modalities of implementing the agreement.
Retired President Uhuru Kenyatta joined the AU High Representative for the Horn of Africa and former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo for talks on the implementation of the cessation of hostilities agreement between the government of Ethiopia and the Tigray People's Liberation Front. The meeting, convened by the African Union Commission, brought together Ethiopia's Chief of General Staff, Field Marshal Birhanu Jula, and the Tigray Defense Forces Commander-in-Chief, Lieutenant General Tadese Werede, who are mandated with providing the modalities for ending the war and ensuring a return to normalcy in Tigray region.
In the agreement, we have left a lot for the field commanders to achieve and to attain. Between them, they have exchanged hotline by which they can call themselves if anything is happening.
Indeed, it is a meeting of colleagues who know each other, and colleagues who I am certain at the conclusion of this process will be colleagues who will be working together for the betterment of their country, for the betterment of Ethiopia, for the benefit of our region.
The former presidents, who hailed the progress made so far, said they expect that in the next 1 month, normalcy would have returned in Tigray region and that all parties will adhere to the cessation of hostilities agreement signed in South Africa last week.
We started in Pretoria. We are inching our way closer. We are now in Nairobi. We are very hopeful next time we'll be in Mekele for our meeting and ultimately celebrate together in Addis Ababa.
The Ethiopian government has committed to abide by the terms of the agreement, urging the military commanders to hasten the process of silencing the guns and facilitate smooth transportation of food and medications to the affected areas.
We are only waiting the generals and Marshal to tell us that all the air and the land is clear, both to drive and also land. Once they reach agreement today and tell us it is safe and how to coordinate, we have to begin flying. We have to allow the trucks to reach the food. It shouldn't take us days since they agreed.
On their part, TPLF want the military commanders to ensure that the modalities agreed on will ensure lasting peace and that no party will renege on their pledges.
We have people starving. We have people displaced. We are talking about millions of people. They need to go back home. They need to rest assured that they will have access to food. Even in some areas, they're not even in a position to harvest.
The discussions by the military commanders, expected to continue for the next 3 days, will bring to an end the suffering of more than 2.6 million people who have been displaced by the war in the last 2 years. The UN Refugee Agency says that more than 9.4 million people are in urgent need of food and other essential aid in the region.